elements in their day-to-day running. This year's event focuses on honoring best employers in the country. Our very own Jimmy Mbogo is currently there. Jimmy, good evening. How is this year's celebrations looking like?
Good evening, Aseto. It is an eventful evening here at the Safari Park Hotel. Now, after 3 years of waiting, that is the Kenya's Employee of the Year Awards are back. You will remember this is something that started back in 2017 with BAT winning the first edition and followed up in 2018. Also, BAT were the winners then. And in 2019, we had a different winner, and that was Safaricom. Now, you will remember that in 2018, Safaricom were the first runners up and then became the winners in 2019. Now we want to have this conversation with FKE CEO Jacqueline Mugo, just to understand one of the things that they have introduced, particularly this year, is the involvement of SMEs, and I mean almost 80% of the country's employment is coming from the SME sector. So Jacqueline, thank you so much for making time to speak to KTN. I know it's an eventful evening for you, so one of the things that we want you to help us understand from where you sit, a lot has happened. We had COVID, and one of the things that came out during that time is the fact that employers were at the crosshairs in terms of this is the time that employers were declaring redundancies. What has changed since then? What is the mood even as we award the best employers this year?
The holding of the 4th edition of the Employer of the Year Awards is an exciting thing for us because it shows that we are on recovery. And we look back to the year 2020 and the COVID time as a very dark time, and we learned a lot of lessons. So what has changed is that employers are moving forward, and we want to invest in working better together and in employees as well. So we are very excited to be here in Safari Park, really to see how employers have rallied back and have done everything they possibly can to keep the employees and to invest in them so as to see which areas they've improved in. And this year, as you rightly say, we brought in SMEs because they were feeling left out. Like this Employer of the Year Awards was just for the big companies. And tonight, I'm looking forward to seeing an SME win an award.
All right, and of course, there are those of us who are hoping that there will be surprises this year in terms of who are going to be the winners, who are going to be the first runners-up. So one of the things that maybe those who haven't participated this year are looking to know is how do I get in? How do I compare myself with other players in the industry?
Those who have not participated in the Employer of the Year Awards really have a chance to do that. One, they can learn from the reports and the outcome of this particular awards as they see the winners. I don't know who's going to win, but there'll be a report prepared from which people can learn, companies can learn where they are doing well and what distinguished those who are winning from those who didn't. But the participation is very easy. It's just a link that you log into and you fill information and you show us if it's inclusion and diversity, what are you doing there? If it's investing in learning and development of your people, then we come to investigate and to confirm that what you said in the link online is correct. And this award is actually, the assessment is done by an independent body. It's not the federation that does it. And tonight we are all waiting eagerly because I don't know who's going to win. But I'm hoping there'll be surprises and that we have newcomers winning tonight.
And of course, we'll be having that conversation later on after the award ceremony. So, Aseto, it's just about that time that we have to release Jacqueline to also go and issue some of these awards. But we'll be here and we'll be looking at some of the winners in all the 8 categories, just to understand who are the big winners and who are the runners-up and where. What are some of the surprises that come out of this? Back to you, Aseto.
Very much, Jimmy Mbogo, coming to us live from Safari.